Here is an overpowered early game build for Nioh 2, you easygoing bastards. I have used this build after defeating Snake boss in the first region to clear out submissions for the first region and whole second region. It makes almost every encounter trivial, because that snake drops soul core that grants insanely good yokai ability that melts everything in early game. However, to be able to use that snake many times in quick succession, we're gonna have to build around anima and how to maximize its efficiency. Next to that, our Amrita gauge will fill up really fast with this build, even during the early game, so we will be able to turn into Shiftling a bunch of times, without needing to be stingy about using it. Even though this build is extremely powerful for early game, that does not mean you can't die. As you might have seen from my streams, you can die. It's Nioh after all, no matter what kind of build you're using, you can die, especially during early game. Let's start with Guardian Spirit. Guardian Spirit that I want for this build is Kagewani. Kagewani gives us three things that we need. First is anima bonus range hit, that means we get increased anima every time we use any kind of ranged weapon, including ninjutsu tools like shuriken, kunai and poison shuriken, which we're gonna use. Next we get increased life by 200, which is not a small amount. Last is life drain yokai ability hit, which means when we use yokai ability, which we are using constantly, and that is the snake, we're gonna regain some life. After second region you can choose secondary Guardian Spirit. One of the submissions in second region grants Usura Hitch, whatever the fucking name is of this thing. The point being is that it grants you life recovery whenever you do purification, meaning whenever you clear yokai pool. It's not much, it's only 50, but it's kinda a good thing. Secondary Guardian Spirits only grant bonuses that have this icon to the left. Other bonuses are not included. Using key pulses in yokai pools to clear them is one of our primary ways of gaining anima, so regaining some life by doing so is just an added benefit. Core that we need is this snake that drops from snake boss in first region. It gives us melee damage versus poisoned enemy increase and also anima charge. Bonuses aren't that particularly great, but yokai ability of this soul core is amazing, and that's why I have decided to build around it. There are a couple of good options for second soul core slot. One is Enki, because of anima bonus damage taken, meaning whenever we receive damage we will also receive some anima. It's not that great, but it all adds up in the end. Another good option is Yoki, because of the increased anima that we get through Amrita absorption. Our Amrita absorption, thanks to the set that I'm wearing in this video, is already A, but with anima bonus from Yoki soul core it goes to A+, it stacks. And we also get increased defense while in Shiftling form, which isn't a bad added benefit. Another good option is also Aberrant Soldier. It grants anima based on Timely Guard. Timely Guard is essentially perfect block, so we gotta pull up block at proper time to receive this bonus. Efficient yokai ability means that we recover some anima spent if we deal killing blow with yokai ability. Our primary stats are dexterity and magic. Dexterity because we use a lot of throwing stuff, since we get increased anima from ranged attacks, and as I said earlier, kunai, shuriken and poison shuriken all fit in that description. So by doing more damage with these abilities we will recover more anima. Magic is important because we use a lot of boosts through various talismans that I'm gonna cover in skills section. Another two important stats are stamina and strength, so we can wear this set. This set is the ideal thing for this build, but it is only obtainable at the end of second region. For that we're gonna need 13 stamina and 10 strength. 13 stamina is necessary to have equipment weight below 100%. Further points for this build can go to dexterity and magic, with some added ones to constitution, heart and courage if you want to boost your survivability and ki. Shiftling skills that we want are all on the right side. Primarily these ones, then you can add points to every other tree to prolong duration of Yokai Shift. Devour Yokai Realm increases anima by specified amount when we do Ki Pulse to purify Yokai pools. We are gonna do that all the time, so it is amazing for this build. Second one is Absorb Yokai Realm. Description of this one is kinda strange, but I believe that it means that when we use Yokai ability in Shiftling form, we purify pools that are on the ground, which in turn increases our anima. Then we have Dragon's Echo. Self-explanatory, we recover some anima whenever we use Yokai ability if the type matches the type of Guardian Spirit. This is the thing, Snake matches Kagevani, so we're gonna always recover specified amount of anima spent. I would also recommend Demonic Discipline to increase duration of Yokai Shift, and Demonic Ascension because we increase amount of Amrita gained while in Yokai Shift form, which in turn leads to more anima and prolonged Yokai Shift. Next one is Imperious Strike, that increases amount of anima gained by 50% when we hit an opponent with certain active skill. This sounds better than it is really, but it's also a nice added boost when we use some kind of a skill with this customization equipped. It all adds up in the end, as I've said earlier, because there are so many boosts that we get from different things that our anima will fill up quite fast. Later on we're gonna unlock Dragon Vein, which is a must, and you can understand why. Things that we need from Ninjutsu tree are Shuriken, Kunai, Throne Blade Technique and Poison Shuriken. Upgrade all of these skills to maximum. From Onmyo tree we need Pleiades Talisman, or however you pronounce it, because it increases rate at which our Amrita gauge fills up. Amrita gauge fills up whenever we receive Amrita. Amrita are souls from fallen enemies, obviously. Next to that, go for Steel Talisman as well, because it is nice defensive boost that we can have versus tougher enemies. Then we have Arch Yokai Talisman. It increases the amount of anima gained for a limited period of time. Since we receive anima from so many sources, this is great boost to overall anima gain. Last one that is absolutely necessary is Extraction Talisman. Whenever we hit an enemy with any attack, we steal some Amrita. By stealing Amrita, we fill up anima thanks to Amrita Absorption, bonus from Set or Yoki Soul Core, and also Amrita fills up our Amrita gauge that lets us turn into Yokai Shiftling. Now combine Extraction and Pleiades Talisman to increase rate at which Amrita gauge fills up, so when you combine all this, we get Amrita gauge filled up quite fast so that we can use Yokai Shift whenever possible, without the need to save it. Since we are prioritizing dexterity and magic, Kusarigama and Switchglaive are our best bet. Kusarigama is better for damage, while Switchglaive is easier to use and doesn't leave you as vulnerable due to faster attacks. Most Kusarigama skills are very good, so I have customized Whirlwind, which is one of the most popular Kusarigama skills in the game, with Impervious Strike that increases our anima gained by 50%. It isn't much in the end, but boost is boost no matter how you look at it. Other option is to go for damage boost through magic or dexterity, if you don't want Impervious Strike. Best armor for this build is the one that you get in the second region, called Genryu. It grants extended Yokai Shift, Amrita Gauge Charge and Anima bonus through Amrita Absorption. All the things that we want. Another good option is Demon Set that you get through pre-order, but you're gonna have to craft it for later stages since it only comes at lowest of levels. During the first region you're gonna encounter Shinto Set. This set is fantastic because of two things: Untouched Sacred Water, which means that there's 35% chance when we use Sacred Water that it won't be consumed. Sacred Water is amazing for our ki recovery. Another great thing is life recovery through purification. Our secondary Guardian Spirit grants us 50 life recovery, which is not much, but this one gives us almost 200. This is significant amount, especially since we're gonna use every opportunity to purify yokai pools. Be warned though that this is light armor, so you're gonna receive a lot of damage by wearing it. Before acquiring Shinto, Shinobi and Fuma Ninja are both good options. They are both also light armor sets, but Shinobi offers Ninjutsu power increase, which means we do more damage with Shuriken's, kunais and all the other crap, while Fuma Ninja directly increases Shuriken and kunai damage. More damage we can do with Shuriken and kunais, more anima we get thanks to Kagevani Guardian Spirit. Accessories that you need for this build are any that boost anima through one way or another. In my case I'm using Magatama that grants me anima charge boost, and another Magatama that grants me anima charge when unscathed, which means when I'm at full health, but it also grants me defense bonus based on magic. It's a random stat that you can get on accessories, but it is a nice one for this particular build. Alright, so how to play this and how it all works. This build works better against the yokai enemies because yokai enemies drop yokai pools. By purifying yokai pools we get anima. This is only one of many ways how we get anima, but it is quite an effective way. When battling humans, Arch Yokai Talisman is the thing to go to. It increases amount of anima gained, and we're gonna need it since human enemies don't drop yokai pools. When doing missions, try to be conservative with ninjutsu and spells, because you don't need this for normal enemies. Anima fills up quite fast, even without the help of extraction and arch-yokai spells, by simply battling enemies, grappling them, using final blows and killing them. Before tougher fights, use every spell that you have, because it all helps. So when we get enough anima for our first snake cast, it will create chain of events where we will fill up anima quite fast so that we can cast snake over and over again. When in shiftling form we can also cast yokai ability, but a cool thing is that we can cast it even faster, because anima goes crazy while in yokai shift form thanks to all the boosts. Another good thing about this whole setup is that if we poison an enemy with poison shuriken, we get at least 15% increased melee damage against that enemy while it is poisoned. So everything works really nicely in this build, and it should make all early Neo content much easier. At least it did for me. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed the video and see you soon.